Just started the recording too.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So I have three tables here. The first one is list of employees in Illinois. The next one is list of employees in Indiana. And the third one is the list of departments that they belong to. Okay. So employee table of Illinois. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. These are the tables that I have. Okay. So in this one, I have basically an employee ID, a name, salary, and department. Okay. Employee ID, name, salary, and department ID. Similarly, I have same columns in Indiana's employee table. Okay. And then in department table, I have a department ID and department name, where I am basically using this number to correlate with my employee table. So from this, imagine if I need to get the full employee list. Okay. That means I need the list of these 5 names and also these 3 values. Okay. So here what I'm doing is I'm adding rows. So this is my final result set, right? So initially there were 5 rows. Now I'm adding 3 rows to that. So now the total is basically 8 rows, 5 plus 3. So adding rows is called a union. Okay. In the next one, my requirement is, now that I have this employee list, I need to know which department does Michael belong to. I know his department ID is 5, but which department exclusively? So what I can do, so this will be the result set for that. And Michael 201 is his employee ID, his salary is so-so, department ID is this one, 5. What is 5? Executives. So I have written it here. So here from 4 columns, I am adding another column. So adding columns is called a join. Okay. Clear? What is a join and what is a union? Perfect. Anyone who did not understand? Okay. I'm assuming everyone understood what we're discussing right now. So what is a join and what is a union? So join adds rows. So this is, sorry, union adds rows, my mistake. Union adds rows while join adds columns. Okay. Union adds rows and join adds columns. So let's discuss union first. Okay. In union, there are mainly 2 concepts that we have to discuss. Okay. The first one, in union, there are mainly 2 commands. Okay. The first one is union itself, and the second one is union all. Okay. Now first, let me copy these. Okay. I have employee of Illinois and employee table of Indiana. Now we were discussing, this was the result set we got, right? So let me make one more result set. So imagine a scenario where I am working remotely from both the places. Okay. So sometimes I work from Illinois, sometimes I work from Indiana. So what happens? My record will be present in both the places. Okay. Now to get the list of employee list. So that means basically what is the whole list of employees that are working in my company. If I need to know that, what I'll do, I'll copy this and only these 3 values, right? What is the whole list of employees working in my company? Is this result set. Now what did you do? Basically You took all the values from one table. You compared each value or each record with each record of this one. And if they are not matching, then you put it here. If a record is matching this one and this one, if a record is matching, what are you doing? You're only entering it one time. So not putting or not including multiple entries of the same record. You're doing this right. Now this is called a union. Union all means basically you're including, or you basically don't even compare. You're including info from both the tables. Okay, this is union all. So that means the result set for this one, employee list, this is union. For union all, what will happen is everything from here and everything from here will be selected. So this is the result set for union all. Okay, for union we're basically comparing each row with each row. For union all, we are not comparing at all. We're basically taking everything from first table and including it with the second table. That's all. Okay, clear both the concepts of union and union all? Any questions? Yeah, Sujit, go ahead. I have unmuted you.
No, I just said it's clear. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So everyone understood. I'm going to mute again. Perfect. So this is the concept of union. That's all. This is simple and clear, right? So the next topic we'll discuss is joins. Guys, joins is very, very important. Okay. We'll see why that is very important in a moment. So I'm using these two tables, right? So that's why I'm copying only relevant tables. Okay. This is one table. This is the other table. Now we are going to discuss joins. Okay. So for joins to discuss, so you understood the basic idea behind a join. It means, so wherever right now the department ID is 1, that means department ID 1. So the department name is IT. So let me copy the result set first. And finally department ID, department name. So basically the department ID means this one. So whenever these two values are equal, we are getting a department name. So department ID 1 means here 1. Department name for that is IT. Department ID is 1 here, and here it's IT. For 2, it's support. For 3, it's finance. For 4, it's testing. Okay, now this is my result set. You understood that adding columns is called a join. Now we're clear, but right now the information you have is perfect. Sometimes what happens is you just don't have this information, that's all. You might have it, there's another 6th department which will be for say labor. So for daily labors, that's not listed in your employee table, or say contractors. Okay, so this contractor information is not present in your list of employees. It's possible. And sometimes there is an employee 106. His name, her name is say hmm, Shalini. Okay, she is earning $55,000, and her department is 6. Oh no, sorry. Her department, she is belong to department number 10. But you don't have a 10th department in your department table. Okay, there can be a scenario like this because you will not always have perfect information. You should expect a scenario like this. So now what happens? So let me get the results at now. Control C, Control V. Here I have a department ID and name. Okay. Now first one, employee department 1 and department name is IT. Number 2, sorry, number 1, and this is also IT. For 2 it's 2 and support. For 3 it's 3 and finance. For 4 it's 4 and testing. Now you don't have any information here. Now because there is no department 10, you don't have a department ID of 10 value and you don't have a department name. Okay, so that means these two will be nulls. Okay, so if you are taking only common information, okay, now common information means one is present in both the tables. One is present in both the tables. So you are taking these two records and this record. 2 is present here, 2 is present here. So you're basically taking these 3 and these 2. 3 is present here, 3 is present here. 4 is present here, 4 is present here. Now because 5 is not present, you're not taking 5. 6 is not present, you're not taking 6. 10 is not present, you're not taking 10. So if you're taking only common records, then we call it an inner join. Okay. Remember, inner join is very important. Okay. And imagine this as your table 1 and table 2. So from here, you're joining this one. So if you're taking everything from your left table or table 1 or initial table and joining with your result table, okay, now this is called a left join. So basically each and every value from here will be selected from the left table and the corresponding values from your right side table will be selected. Because we are selecting everything from the left table, this is called a left join. Now let's see another type of join. Let me select these columns. Okay. Now what I'll do, one IT is present. So first I'll put one IT. Or no, let me delete this. Let me start from scratch. So one is present here. So I'll take information from these two tables. So let me copy these. For both of them, one IT is the result set, right? Okay. And the next one is 2 is present in this one. So I'll have to take 2. I'll take this one. Okay. Now 3 is present here. 3 finance. Samantha, this one is present. 4 testing. 4 testing. 5 pressing. Now because there is no 10th department here, I'm not going to select this record. I'm only going to put these two values. Okay. Now basically you're selecting everything on the right hand side table or right table, right? So that means this is called a right join. Okay. left, right. Now, if you are selecting everything from both the tables, then what would be the result set? Basically, first let's copy all the common records. These are the list of my common records, right? From this list of common records, I'll also have those that are not present or that are not common to the second right table. Paste it here. And also those that are not common to the left table, which means these two values. Okay. Now, because you are getting full information from the left table and also the right table, what this is called is full outer join. Okay, this is called a full outer join. Yes. Don't worry, Revan, I'll repeat it again. First, let me unmute you. Any questions in this? If you did not understand, I'll repeat again. Don't worry about that. But if you understood and still have a question, let me know. Okay. So I'm going to repeat again. So in this one, I have two tables, employee table and a department table. Okay. Now remember, in this one, there was a department that's present only in Indiana. You see, department ID is 5. It's not present here. Okay. So in a similar case, right now, that's why you have 5 executives. Now in a similar way, you can have an employee whose department does not belong to department table, right? Correct. So let's take the example set like this, okay, where I have common records. So how am I checking for common records? Basically, this employee department ID should match this department ID. So these 4 values and these 4 values are common to mine, right? So that's why these are common records. If you're so basically, if my result set has only common records, so right now I have only these common records, right? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are common records. So I have only these in the result set. So because that is the case, I'm calling it an inner join. Okay. Or let me do one small thing. I'll try to get an image that will be easy for you to understand. It's a little bit difficult. Okay, let's see this. Okay, awesome. So imagine a scenario where you have two tables. Sorry, I'm trying to see a good image where you can understand. Okay, so imagine a scenario where you have two tables, table A and table B. Okay, so if you're trying to select everything from, sorry, only the common portion between A and B, it's called an inner join. If you're trying, so that's the top center part. So in this one, you're trying to select common region, right? That's why this is called an inner join. Oops, sorry. Here, shit, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why it's happening. Okay, and the one that's immediately next to it. So here, that means top left, you're trying to select everything from first table. That's why it's called a left join. and the one next to it, so the value present here, you're selecting everything from right side table. That's why it's called a right join. And in the one here, okay, that means you're trying to select everything from both the tables. That's why it's called a full outer join. Okay. So before I start that, let me say there are mainly two types of joins we divide into. Okay. Joins. Okay. Two types. Inner join and outer join. Okay. Inner join and outer join. Perfect. I have an inner, I have an outer. So again, these are subdivided. Outer join can be divided into three types. First one is a left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Okay, these are the main types of joins. Okay, so let me join these. Okay, perfect. So here I have joins can be divided into two types, inner join and outer join, and between, again, outer join is divided into three types, left outer, right outer, and full outer. Now let's see the different types here. So inner means basically you're selecting all the common records. Okay, all selecting all the common records is called inner join. So between two tables, so employee table and department table, if you're only selecting all the common records, how am I finding common records? Basically you're trying to match all the values from here with all the values of here. Okay, so if you're joining these two tables and finding out all the common values, then it is called an inner join. Okay, everyone clear on the inner join? What is inner join? What does it do? Everyone, are you clear with inner join? Any questions? Joins are very, very important. You do this nearly every single day. So give a lot of priority to the joins. In fact, this is like about the last topic that we'll discuss in SQL. Okay. Awesome. So I have an employee table and a department table. In this, if I'm trying to select all the common records, then it's called an inner join. But if I'm selecting not common records also, okay, in this one, inner join means selecting all the common records. Okay. Now, if I'm selecting not just common records, but more than that, that means selecting common records and also not common records, then it's called an outer join. In outer join, it's divided into three types. So the three types are basically between your table 1 and table 2. Okay, between your table 1 and table 2. If you're selecting all the common records and those records from table 1 that are not common in table 2. That means this ID is not present in table 2, right? So if you're selecting this record also, then it's called a left join. if you're selecting all the common records, okay, all the common records, and also those that are not common to the left table, that means present in the right table but not present in the left table, then it's called a right join. Okay, if you see here, 5 executives and 6 contractors is present. Next, I have a full outer join. In full outer join, what it's going to do, basically it's going to select all the common records and those records that are not common to the right table and also to the left table. Okay, I'm basically selecting all the records that are common, not common to the first table. These two are not common to the first table. This one is not common to the second table. So I'm taking everything. Then it is called a full outer join. Okay, any questions? You are already unmuted. You can ask if you have any questions. Raven, did you understand? Okay, awesome, Raven. Pallavi has asked, is full outer join and outer join the same? Okay, Pallavi. So basically, outer join is divided into 3 types: left outer, right outer, and full outer. Okay, so full outer is just a type of outer join. Outer join also includes the other 2 types.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, all right.
awesome. So let's see. I'll create a new table here, and here let me copy this information. So sheet 1, sorry, this was the list of all values present, right? So in this one, say table 1. I'm putting all these values, okay? And then in table 2, this is my table 2. Table 2, these are the values present. Table 1, table 2, and let me select these values also and name it table 1 additional. Okay, I'll paste these values. Now let me save this. Say I'm saving it as documents. I'm saving it basically in my Tableau repository. It's not necessary, but it's easy for me. Okay, here I'll save it as joins. Now let me open that file in Tableau. First, let me close whatever I have existing. So right now it's like a blank file. Because it's Excel, I'll select Excel. I'll navigate to wherever my file is. So my file was present in my Tableau repository data sources. So this was my file, joins. So, okay. Okay. I have my table 1. What is my table 1? So basically employee ID. This one is coming as an integer with decimal, but I don't want that. I want this as a number whole. Modified this. Employee name is fine, salary is fine, it can be a decimal, but department should also be a number whole. That's why I did this. Okay, now in this I want to join table 2. So first I have to select which column from table 1. So employee department from table 1 to join with department ID in table 2. Right? How are we joining earlier? Employee department with department ID, right? So how am I showing that here? You click here. You can select from, this is my table 1, right? So in table 1, I have to select employee department. And in my table 2, it's department ID. Okay, awesome. So by default, an inner join will occur. Okay, if you hover on this, you can see it. Table between table 1 and table 2, inner join. Inner join of table 1 and table 2. And under that, it basically gave you the column on which it made the inner join. Or how are you identifying the common column? Okay, so this is my table 1, table 2, and now this is an inner join. If you observe in inner join, only common records needs to be selected, right? So if you observe here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me convert this to a number whole so that you can understand clearly. Okay, that's the expected result. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. That's my inner join. Now left join, what will be the left join? Basically everything from my left table will be included. So if you observe over there, once you hover on that, you can see some information. Includes all the values in left table. Okay, sorry, include all values in left table and all matches from right table. That means matches from right table will be included, but everything from the left will be included. Members without matches will show up as nulls on the right. Let me select this and show you what it means. So if you observe here, now I selected left, that's why it's highlighted. So here includes all values from left table and all matches from the right table. So everything from here that matches with here and those that did not match from left. So basically everything from a left table is present and all the matches from the right table is present. And the last line which states members without matches will show up as nulls on the right because there's no value here matching. These are shown as nulls. Okay, awesome. Next one is right join. So if you observe right join, what does it say? Includes all values in right table and all matches from left table. Okay, members without matches will show up as nulls on the left. So everything from the right table will be shown. Okay, all the matches from the left table will be shown and those that did not match will have nulls populated. Now remember, null does not mean zero. Null means unknown. Okay, it's a common mistake. Null does not mean zeros. Null means you don't know, unknowns. Okay, full outer join we cannot do for Excel and hence it's not showing or it's not highlighting. This option will be available for any SQL server or SQL based databases or servers. Okay, is everyone clear on this? Unmuted all of you again. Guys, this is very important topic. If you did not understand, let me know right now. This is not just limited to Tableau. Any SQL developer, this is basically a generic convention and generic thing that everywhere will be used. Basically, all the data experts will use joins. Okay, awesome. Now, in most of the times, or in most places, what happens is right now, this one is simple, or let me put this on the same place. Okay, right now this is simple. Okay, let me put one more column here. Sorry. Okay, awesome. So imagine a scenario. Okay, imagine a scenario where you have a date next to this. Basically, like what is the current employee list? Here I have mentioned date on when they left the company. Okay, so say this person has left the company on today, 5/7/2015, 5/15/2016. These three did not leave yet. Okay, so now to get the current list, you just have to eliminate these two people because these three are nulls and this one is also null. You should include them. Now imagine a scenario where you have something similar here, something like date column, where so initially till 5/15/2017 IT was called like this, but after that department 1 means information technology going forward. After 5/15, say till end. Okay, that means 12/31 and this is a common convention taken. The start date that they'll take is 1990 and the end date is they will take is either this year or this year. This is a common convention followed in companies. So till this date, department 1 is called as IT. After this date, till this date, it's called information technology. Okay. Now similar to support, till 5/15/2017, it was called support. Now going forward, this was called production support till this date. Finance, sorry, 5/15/2017. Okay, it was called like that. So just a moment, guys. I'm going to charge my laptop. Okay, awesome. So this was called testing, but they did not change any name. So the date next to this is 12/31/20, 2/999. Similarly for this too. Okay, awesome. Now when you're doing here, imagine you have to join this also. So you have a date next to this, basically which states active date. Here it's listed as 5/15/2017 and 12/31/2017. So basically a joining of all the columns is needed. 12/31/2009. Okay. So basically whenever you do the join, you not just have to see the employee department, you also have to see the date. Okay. Now let's copy this here from here. Select, oops, sorry. table 1, and for table 2, okay. So let me save this file, close this, we connect to data, Excel, table 1, these are the different columns present in table 1, awesome, table 2, so there are the different values in table 2. Now, by default, it happened on date column. Now, I need it on employee department and department ID also. So this is the actual result set that should have come. But this was the default view. Okay. By default, what Tableau will do is it's going to check all the column names, and by default it will match on the column. Okay. So if you have to delete that, you can click on delete here. Select this. So I need it on employee department with department ID. This is the information that's being shown. Now Dave was in this department basically after 5:15 till 2999. So he should not be matched with IT, but he should have been matched with information technology. So for that we also have to join the date from here, from here. Now you are seeing this table 2 in the brackets because both the column names are same. So because you should not get confused, all the secondary data sources or any, so this one is your first one, right? Left table. All the right tables will have their table name listed next to that column. Okay. Just because you don't get confused. Similarly, you have a left join. Clear, guys? Any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, I'm assuming you don't have any questions.
Sure, why there is no right join there?
Okay. So basically earlier, one moment, let me close this for. So this one is a default Excel connection. Let me make one more connection here. This one. Earlier, I selected open with legacy connection. Okay. So legacy connection, it's basically what it tries to do is it tries to join like a SQL server. So that's why. So now you have the right also enabled. Okay. Sorry. That is the reason you have right enabled. Now in this one thing you have to notice in legacy is that, so this is the default one. Okay. So let me read it as default. And here I'll name this as legacy. Okay. In the default one in Excel, you can do unions also. So to do a union, you can simply select this and drag it under whichever table you want to do union on. Okay. Clear? Now, if you don't want to do that, sorry. Just now I showed you union, right? But in my legacy connection, I cannot do union directly. Even this is not possible. Okay. Clear? The difference between a legacy connection and a normal one. In legacy connection, what you can do is you can have the new custom SQL. So basically you can have the custom SQL option. By using custom SQL, you can write a union. Okay. Is everyone clear on this? Okay, awesome. So,
Shiva, I still have that question. What was the reason we are not able to see the right join?
okay. So basically, Excel is not a SQL based data source, right? So the concept of right join, left join, joining all of this is in SQL. It's not there in Excel. So that is
Got
the
it.
reason we don't see it in Excel. Okay, awesome guys. So for tomorrow, I want you to do a homework. For tomorrow, I want you to find out what is the difference between a primary key and foreign key. What is the difference between a primary key and foreign key? That's the question for tomorrow, guys. You just need to spend like 15 minutes on this one. What is a primary key and what is a foreign key? Okay. Awesome. If you don't have any questions, we'll close the session for today.
Shiva, I have a question. So how can we implement union and union all?
Okay. One moment. Before I say that, let me make my data a little bit clearer. So let me delete this. Okay, awesome. So here let me close this for now. So this is the default view that I have. Connecting to Excel. Joins. That's a data source, right? This is the place I have table 1, table 2, and additional. So that's a file. Click open. Once you click here, this is the table 1. Okay. So now what happened? Basically, these two columns are new. So whenever you do a union, these two columns are going to pop up. Sheet and table name. So you might not see any difference in SQL, but basically you'll understand this difference in SQL Server. Sheet and table name. These two are the default columns that we will get. Basically, this will say which table the information is coming from. Okay. And after this, if you observe here, these 4 records are new to this. Okay.
Okay. So only from this we can say that this particular table has been union with the other table, right? The right hand
Yes.
side.
Union all. Union all.
Okay.
Okay. So you can
Okay.
also customize union. So basically you can put more values here. No, I'm not going to put that. Okay. You can
So
delete them, edit them, and so on. Okay.
yeah. So this option would be union, right?
Yes, this is union all. Remember, 101 Shiva 80,001 is present twice, right? This is union all.
Okay. So what about union?
Union means this will not be present.
Okay.
In Tableau 10, union is present. For now, it's not present yet. Okay.
Okay. So what if I would like to go with the union instead of union all?
What you can do is, so instead of connecting it directly, connect with a legacy connection. Okay. Now in custom SQL option. Okay. Oh, sorry. First, let me convert this. It will be easy for me. Convert to custom SQL. So I have this information. Now what I'll do union, and basically I'll write the particular code for that.
Okay, so only the custom SQL is the only option at the moment.
I'm sorry?
Only custom SQL is the only option for a
Yes,
union.
for a union in SQL based servers. Okay,
Okay. Okay, fine.
perfect. Any other questions? Okay, there's no class on tomorrow. Okay, guys? No session tomorrow. We'll meet on Thursday. Okay? If you have any questions, mail it to me. And today I will mail a book for you to follow. Okay? Okay, guys? So if you have any questions, mail it to me. And for the book, just send me a test email and I'll reply with a book for that. Okay? Awesome. Vasu, I think I have your number. I'll give you a call. Do you want me to call you now?
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. Have a good night, guys. Thursday we'll meet again.
Good night.
Sure.